Today on Arlington Sentinel News, we take a look into a Veterans Day celebration.
We also give tips on how to stay warm this week as the days get colder.
And we highlight an organization that gives back to the community in a familiar way. Arlington Sentinel News starts now. Welcome to Arlington Sentinel News. I'm Jay Jacinto.
And I'm Josh Tipton. Thank you for joining us. Arlington came together this Veterans Day to honor those who've served and sacrificed for the country with the annual Veterans Day celebration or commemoration ceremony that took place right here at Veterans Park with an event that carried a special message.
Every year, the city of Arlington pauses to remember the men and women who've worn the uniform. The 18th annual Veterans Day commemoration ceremony was held at Arlington's Veterans Park Memorial, where it highlighted the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen and marked the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Marine Corps. The city also has a history of its own veterans, including the current mayor, Jim Ross, who served in the U.S. Marine Corps.
These are all wonderful examples of why this city and how this city loves and respects our veteran, and it's my honor to serve as mayor.
The ceremony honored the families of fallen veterans who served and were citizens of Arlington. Memorials such as these from the Vietnam War become a place where the community comes together to say thank you.
This is a time of healing for veterans because they come here and they have a chance to talk to fellow veterans, and they may not feel comfortable talking about traumatic experiences with their own family.
The event was organized by the Arlington Great Southwest Rotary Club and the Arlington Veterans Park Foundation with support from several local organizations, such as UTA, who has opened its doors to veterans for years.
This university is the most friendly university, certainly in Texas, for veterans. That's very significant because as at the end of World War II and really all of our wars, veterans go back to college, university, and then they become leaders in civilian society.
The city leaders say this event is more than a reflection. It's about the community and honoring local heroes that inspire future generations. Mabel Cruz, Arlington Sentinel News.
As the nation paused to honor its heroes, Arlington reminded its residents that the spirit of service lives on, not just in history, but in the people who call this city home.
Cold weather is settling into North Texas this week, and Atmos Energy is sharing safety reminders for anyone using natural gas. Reporter Valeria Olvera explains what steps to take before temperatures drop.
As overnight lows start to fall, energy companies are reminding people to double-check their heating systems. Atmos Energy says the first step is confirming your gas service is active before the coldest nights arrive. Homeowners should also test smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and replace batteries if needed. Technicians say working detectors can make the difference in an emergency. Another simple tip: clear away anything blocking your gas meter. Ice, leaves, or debris can stop it from working safely. And if you ever smell gas or notice a strong odor similar to rotten eggs, don't try to find the leak. Leave the area and call 911. Before a freeze, Atmos Energy recommends a quick home check. Test your alarms, inspect heaters, and know who to call in case of a leak. It takes a few minutes, but it can help you stay safe all season. Valeria Olvera, Arlington Sentinel News.
Residents can check Atmos Energy's winter warm-up checklist on their website.
The Westin in Southlake opened its doors for Project Role Model, a fun fashion event that served as a fundraiser benefiting big brothers and big sisters of Greater Tarrant County. It is the second time this sort of event has been held in their area, but those in the Greater Tarrant County branch of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America know that their goals never go out of style.
Part of it came about through our great sponsors like Macy's, like Johnny O. They had been working with some of our matches of providing them attire.
Year after year, the objective is clear: to make a difference in the lives of children, pairing them, the littles, with adult volunteers, the bigs.
You know, when I first joined being a big, I thought that I was going to help her develop as a person more than I would, but I feel like here in the last 3 years, I've developed more.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater Tarrant County holds 5 or 6 fundraising events a year and over 100 match activities per year. So whether you're here at the Westin in Southlake or right here in Arlington, this organization seeks to build connections that change lives, one match at a time.
Best part of it for me is just the smile on Zayden's face when we're able to do something that he really likes to do.
The backdrop of this event is fitting. One end, a beautiful 4-star hotel, and the other, a beautiful cause.
I feel like it's given me a little bit more of a purpose, you know? It's nice to kind of just give back and be there.
Like a flock of birds taking flight together, those whose lives have been touched by Big Brothers Big Sisters move forward with confidence, guided by the comfort of knowing they're never flying alone.
For all the especially gentlemen out there, if you've got a little extra time, it doesn't need as much as you think, we would love to have your help.
If you would like to learn more about upcoming events or even how to sign up, go to their website at bbbstx.org. When we come back, we take a look at some of UTA's homecoming traditions that kick off homecoming week.
And we meet some furry friends on campus that are taken care of with the help of students.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer, advocate, donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/act now.
UTA is filled with traditions that students are able to participate in. Homecoming week was kicked off with ways to gain free UTA swag to represent their Maverick pride. Reporter Nehemiah Bowers tells us more about that. He's right here in the studio with us. Nehemiah, take it away.
Homecoming spirit is running high at UTA as students rush to grab this year's homecoming shirt. Outside the University Center, lines of students formed early, all hoping to snag the 2025 limited edition homecoming t-shirt.
I came out today to support my ambassadors and to support MavSwap and get this amazing UTA homecoming shirt. I feel like everyone should have it.
The event encourages students to bring in a shirt from another university or 2 gently used shirts of any kind and swap them for this year's exclusive Maverick design. The first 75 students to trade in a shirt from another school and the first 25 who donate 2 gently used t-shirts earned a golden ticket, a small reward for being early and enthusiastic. But even without the ticket, the real prize for many is showing off Maverick pride in a brand new way. The gently used shirts don't go to waste. Organizers say many of the donated items will be repurposed or donated locally, turning school spirit into a community support. It's a creative way to celebrate homecoming while also giving back, and it's a trend many hope to see continue in future years.
I think it helps people get more accustomed with UTA, when they bring old shirts and then they're able to get more apparel for it. I think it gives a lot of people more involved with school and everything like that.
And for those lucky enough to score a golden ticket, they'll get to be a part of something even bigger later today, a campus tradition that paints UTA blue in more ways than one.
Right here behind me is where they're going to be coloring the fountain blue in honor of homecoming. So make sure you get your ticket and be here at 4:30.
Whether students came for the limited edition tee, the golden ticket, or just the experience, this event brought Mavericks together for one shared goal, showing that blue and orange pride runs deep. There are several homecoming events all throughout the week, so make sure you come and celebrate your UTA Mavericks.
Show off your homecoming spirit not only through campus, but on the road. UTA students show their UTA pride, but on their ride.
Paint Your Ride is the first event during UTA's homecoming week. People brought their cars to the Arlington Hall Circle to receive fun decorations and show their UTA pride.
I enjoyed it. I was sitting in my car, just seeing them how they painted everything. They're very creative with it, genuinely. Yeah, it was really fun, really nice thing to do.
There was also a Paint Your Ride event at the West Hall. The freshman leaders on campus hosted the event for students to come out and have a good time while kicking off the week.
It definitely promotes that there is homecoming this week, and I think it gets the community together, promoting a sense of community and getting everyone together.
Students and faculty were able to attend the event. Even though the event is called Paint Your Ride, people drew designs related to homecoming. A lot of people showed up to get their vehicles decorated, to start the week off right, and to support Flock. This event was also a way for people to meet their freshman leaders and welcome them to campus. Homecoming is meant to unite faculty and students to show their Maverick pride. Nick Malone, Arlington Sentinel News.
If you missed this one, Paint Your Ride wasn't the only event this year, as more events are happening this week.
For example, another of the various events happening this week was the return of a lost tradition.
The University of Texas at Arlington's Homecoming Week is in full swing, and on November 11th, the university gathered to restart a school tradition that hadn't been seen in almost 5 years.
That blue water is a reminder that we're all part of something bigger. This university is more than buildings and classes. It's also people and stories and memories and inside jokes that last decades.
Attendees to the Mav Swap event a few hours prior were eligible to receive a dye ticket, which when the time came would allow them to take part in this tradition.
Thank you all for coming out. We're very excited to bring this tradition back. Yet again, something that our good friend the coronavirus took away from campus. And so thank you to the ambassadors for bringing it back. So for the next few minutes, it's kind of like the purge, right? This is the only crime you can commit and get away with.
Over the next few minutes, the transformation was spectacular. The waters turned a deep black before revealing its vibrant blue hue underneath. Then, seemingly in an instant, the waterfall of the fountain itself also became a brilliant blue. UTA's homecoming runs through the end of this week, Saturday, November 15th. Joseph Salto, Arlington Sentinel News.
For more information, visit the events page at events.uta.edu/homecoming.
This week, I was able to meet some furry friends on campus to talk about a growing group on campus. The Campus Cat Coalition is a nonprofit student organization at UT Arlington centered around the well-being of the 150-plus cats on campus. CCC member Kaz tells us what the objective of the organization is.
So our main goal is to TNR, trap, neuter, return, to keep the population in check and to make sure that these cats are able to live the lives they are able to live most freely, to make sure that they are fed and watered, and also that they are getting vet visits if and when they need them.
Feeding head Megan DiGiovanni tells us how she got started with the CCC.
I had a friend who was a part of the coalition, and she was like, hey, come join me in this meeting. And I was like, sure. And I went to the meeting and I was like, wow, this is awesome. And first chance I got to apply for being an officer, I took.
Kaz continues by explaining the importance of the organization.
It's important, for the obvious reason that just kind of creates a sense of camaraderie with the members. Just from that aspect, I think it's a really good opportunity for people who love animals, love cats, to kind of get involved with one another. But from a kind of ecological, community standpoint, keeping the population of feral cats in control significantly helps the local wildlife. Trying to keep that population down will help eliminate or kind of minimize that damage that they're causing.
Megan tells us how people can help the cats.
Donations. We are a nonprofit, so we are strictly funded by volunteers and donations. If you're in the area, if you have a spare bathroom, if you have a spare bedroom, to foster cats is a really big deal.
Megan mentions the growth of the organization.
Yeah, so we're trying to grow a bit. We are getting established as an official nonprofit here in Arlington, where we can do outreach farther than the campus. But specifically on campus, we are rebuilding some of our feeding stations. We are making more of them because our cat population is slowly growing.
For more information, check out their website at catsofUTA.org or follow their Instagram at catsofUTA. That's all we have for this edition of Arlington Sentinel News. I'm Jay Jacinto.
And I'm Joshua Tipton. See you next time.